what is bullying? How does it happen, So that was what drove me into the study on bullying. Because those who are involved or those who are victims of this experience, they suffer mental health, social, deprivation, economic difficulties. In fact, a lot of people get to the point that they can't go to work again because of the fear, the phobia they have about those who intimidate them and make them look useless, and nothing happens about that. So I decided to go into that study to make sure I understand what is it, how does it come, and how do we handle it.
I guess most people understand the concept because it's pretty basic, right? Like you're suffering some form of abuse. Mm-hmm. So I guess most of the time we hear the stories from the ones attacked, the ones suffering. It's always about like protecting the ones who are becoming victims. But I guess in your thesis, when you go on such a deep level, you gotta understand all the points of views. What was very interesting for you? Like, what were the points? What perspectives were like new for you? You couldn't even imagine where those things were coming from.
One of the shocking, let me say, it's not necessarily shocking, but it was something that I didn't really understand could be part of bullying. Mm-hmm. When people are paid below the minimum wage, they conceptualize that as bullying. And of course, in the professional terms, you call it legal bullying. Because if the government says this is the minimum wage, it is legal. But if you are not given that, my participants, those I interviewed, said that is bullying. I said, wow, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then you talk about work overload. If you agree with your employer that you are to work for so and so hours, and then it is pushed beyond that, and you are not compensated for that, and maybe because you have values that you want to do your best, and then they don't hire somebody to do the work. So you are doing the work of 3 people. Mm-hmm. And you are sometimes forced to make sure you do this, otherwise there is no work. Then you are carrying beyond what you can do. That has been conceptualized as bullying. Then we talk about some sort of injustice. When issues happen in a particular setting, and justice is not given, or sometimes justice kind of is purchased. The highest bidder, the one who has some connections, is favored. The other person, you can't do anything about it. So those are the things that, are strong points that came out of my study about bullying in general.